All right, everybody. Scott Pierce here at Listings to Leads. And if you are looking to do new construction, then you are in the right place. So let me know that we are good to go. Let me know that you can see my screen, hear my voice, that you're ready to rock it. That could be ROCKET, or it could be two words, ROCKIT. Either way, we are going to rock it. All right. Doug, Duncan, Jan Dunson. Oh, wow. Lisa Pratt. Awesome. Good to see you all. I'm going to put in, so I put a link into the website if you want to. If you're not a client, sign up for a free trial ASAP. If you are a client, you might want to log in and be ready to execute some of the items that we're going to be talking about today. I also just put a link to the new construction section at our website, and I'm going to return to that a little bit later. And I'm going to drop in one more link. I'm all about links today. Our expired stuff. All right. So our expired presentation, all right, that you can order these from. You can print these yourself, but when you order from us, they're phenomenal. People door knock with these. They mail them, they email them, they send them via text. We got phone call scripts, and I'm telling you, people are putting listings into contract, putting listings into the pipeline on day one. All right. One guy put in $2.7 million into his pipeline, 3 days of door knocking, another woman door knock, and that was 12 homes over a 3-day period. So 4 homes a day. People mail them. All right. We got a whole mailing kind of a package that we recommend, that we walk you through. Again, these are available both online as well. So you get the print version, but you also get a link where you can share them via email, via text message. Oh my gosh, people are absolutely crushing it. So I put the link in. It's going to go to our school. If you're not a part of our school, you might have to request to join that first. We'll get you approved, and then you can take a look at this. But we've got the entire expired roadmap laid out for you. All right. We talk about luxury expireds, regular expireds. We talk about call scripts, voicemail scripts, text sequence scripts, emails, door knocking, direct mail follow-up, all of this stuff. Everybody okay as far as hearing me? We got somebody here saying, Gladys is saying, have a bad time listening. There was an echo repeating let me know if we're good on the audio. Are we good here? Let me know. Yes, no, yes, no, yes. And then we're going to get started. I'm going to mention one more thing here before we get started. And that is, when you log in, there's this pop-up. All right. And this pop-up, I'm telling you. So a lot of people are saying they're good. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. All right. Yeah. So Asia, good to see you. Linda, Patsy, nice. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Jason. So if you're having an audio issue, it might be on your side. So maybe try to figure out where you may have me on a phone and your computer. And I am recording this. It will be available on our YouTube channel. It'll be available on our blog. Usually we put them into the mastermind group as well. So we are making this. All right, Gladys, good to hear it. As I was mentioning, we've got a new email that you're going to want to know about, and you're going to want to send it out. All right. So check this out. Every week or two, the new email blast for seller leads and homeowners and buyer leads. So we'll probably about an hour after we get off this call, we got another set for sellers and for buyers going live. They always work the same way. So let me just show you this real quickly. If I tap past that and I scroll down, and if you haven't sent this out yet, I would maybe get this out today, and the one that we're going live with in a little bit, maybe send that one tomorrow or Saturday. So last week we published pending home sales and for sellers, and then pending home sales for buyers. And we relate it to the issues. All right. Someone says it's buffering. Am I buffering or am I good? I should be good to go. So now we got video problems. Yeah. I think everybody's good, right? Everybody said yes to the audio. I would assume they would have said yes or something was wrong on the buffering. So let me know if my buffering and audio is still good or not. You're good. Okay, Sharon. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Awesome. So here's the email for the sellers. And it says right here in the subject line, it's for seller. Now you can send this out through Follow Up Boss, through Bold, through whatever you want to. But here's the deal. And again, all of these emails work very similar. The one coming out today is regarding the fact that interest rates, apparently, I haven't seen it, but one of my team members is already working on this. And she told me, she goes, Scott, we got another email coming out. Rates have hit, I guess, below 6% maybe for the first time. Again, I haven't seen it myself, but she was telling me about it. And she's already got the emails pretty much ready to go. And so what we do is, in this case, for your homeowner seller leads, we let them know what's up. All right. So the email that you're looking at here is regarding pending home sales. And so we let them know nationally what's going on, regionally what's going on. All right. And you might want to put here, if you like the most local stats, reply back. Because what we don't want to give people everything. We want people to reply back. So we're having conversations, right? But here's the deal. We also link in this case to the NAR report so they can actually see it. And then we always relate it to what does it mean for the homeowner? So for example, for pending home sales, what does it mean is you need the best marketing plan out there, all right? And to get the best offers. And then we got a link to your branded 100-point home marketing plan. If I scroll up and I click on the preview section here, you can see that's going to link to your 100-point home marketing plan flipbook with listings to leads. And yours will be branded to you, your colors, your logo. And you can either send it through listings to leads, or you can just copy it and paste it into Bold Trail, into Lofty, into Follow Up Boss. But get this out the door. Okay. Get it out the door. People get listings from this because what happens is the homeowner, they see your email. Oh, pending home sales. Boom. They see a little blurb about pending home sales, whatever. They could be great. They could be bad. We're always going to essentially relate it to the fact that you always need the strongest marketing plan possible. And we're going to be showing them the marketing plan. And then we usually make a couple of offers to get them to respond back. So check out the email for the sellers. And this is the one for the buyers. And again, there's edit, there's preview. And when I click on the preview, the links will work. And so again, for the buyers, pending home sales, what does it mean for home buyers in a market where activity cools even a little bit? Buyers often get more leverage. And again, they're fully editable. I can do whatever I want with them. But the important part is A, get it out the door. And B, is the call to action with the link embedded, already ready to go. That's the important part. Okay. So for the homeowners, it's pending home sales update for January 2026. They were down nationally 0.8%. We mentioned about what they were regionally. What does this mean for homeowners, right? You need the strongest marketing plan to get the strongest offers. And we link it to your listings to leads marketing plan automatically. All right. There's nothing to show. You just do it. Yeah. So when I'm in the dashboard, you log in, just scroll right down to the section called database email. And then for the sellers, click on the subject line. And for the buyers, you do for the same for the other email. It's going to drop you right here. If I want to make any edits, right? So for example, maybe I just take out this line. I say, in Folsom, pending home sales were up a modest 0.2%. All right. So just so I can edit it. Now, if I want to send it through listings, the flipbook is already part of it. The flipbook is already there. If I want to send it to my leads here, I just go seller leads. So I can select from the dropdown, and then I can either schedule it or I can send it right now. If I want to send it through Bold Trail, Lofty, Follow Up Boss, Jacqueline, what are you using? What CRM, what program would you send this through? So if I'm going to send it through Follow Up Boss, for example, yeah, there's a copy code, but just copy the email, copy. Yeah, Follow Up Boss, perfect. In fact, in Follow Up Boss, if you click the copy code part up here, copy for FUB, because FUB is just a little bit different. So we got specific code for FUB. I can take that, go to Follow Up Boss, go to where I'm going to send an email. Always make sure you click. There's going to be a icon in your editor for Follow Up Boss for any CRM. It says, it'll either say HTML code or source code when I mouse over it, that right there. So if I'm going to use the code, I would click on that and then I would paste it in and click it again. But to be honest, it's just easier and all the links are going to work. Everything is going to be perfect. Just highlight it, Command C, Control C, go into Follow Up Boss, go to your editor, paste it in. All right, Jacqueline, if you have any problems, get into the mastermind group. For anybody, just get into the mastermind group, ask me, and I'll remind you, all right, what to do. I had Follow Up Boss for a while, super easy. Yep. I have an individual new seller lead, so just grab the, yeah, no, I would just send the email because the email is going to have the link automatically. And then the one we're going to release, the next email that's going to go live a little bit later today, will have a very similar email attached to our link as well. Okay. And always send yourself a test email so you can see how awesome it is. All right. Seriously, drop it into whatever program if you're going to do it that way. Send yourself a test email, make sure you're good, and then get it out the door. People literally get listings from this. Any questions, get into the mastermind group. It's a great group over there. I'm in there. A lot of people are in there. It's awesome stuff. Okay. Who's got new construction? Who wants to market new construction? For new construction, and let me know in the comments, you can market new construction units. So a particular condo, a particular home, right? So I can market new construction as a particular unit. I could market new construction as a development. So for example, there are 30 new homes not too far away from here. So I can market that entire development as well. All right. And then I could just market kind of new construction in general. So there's really 3 ways of doing new construction. And I'm going to roll through all 3 of them. Now, the first one, Lisa, I love it. Sherry, awesome. Good to see that. Doug. And now, are you thinking, do you have permission or do you have access to market a particular new construction development yet? Property? So again, I'm talking, do you have something in mind that is a particular condo or a particular home? Make sense? So it may be in your MLS, you may be with a builder that you know, all right? It may be whatever. So I like, and really all 3, right? Whether it's a specific unit, a development, or in general, all 3 can totally work. And I'm going to roll through doing it as a specific property first. So what you want to do is if it can come in from a data feed or you can grab it, perfect. All right. That means that, for example, if it's in the MLS, if it's on Zillow and all of that, a lot of times you can grab it if it's not your new construction. And if it is your new construction, even better, because then it will probably just come in from a data feed typically. If you need to, click add listing manual, because a lot of times new construction is not even in the MLS. So there's no way to even grab it or anything. I would go status. Sherry says, I always ask my sales rep and they are always happy to let me share, but a house builder report. Sherry, you know what? That is exactly, not to jump the gun here, but I put a link in listings2leads.com/new construction. And what Sherry just said is absolutely key, because you're going to see it right here. That's a little bit of both step 2. All right. Step 2, what Sherry just said. In fact, I'm going to, yep. And then step 3B, where we actually start establishing relationships with these people. All right. I'm not asking them for anything. I don't want any special favors. Can I market a couple of your units? Can I market the development? What special offers? what special incentives, what is it that you got? Because I've got a social media audience, I got a database, and I want to make sure I can get your information out to my buyers. So what Sherry just said is absolutely awesome. And Latoya, awesome right there as well. Yep. Sherry says, I work for a builder, so I'm always open. Yeah. And so Latoya, hopefully you'll love this. If you have any questions, Latoya, get to the mastermind group. I will make sure I get with you in the mastermind group. We'll walk you through it. We'll get you dialed in, and you're going to be golden. All right. You're going to love it. Because I'm telling you, what I'm going to show you. So let's go. So like I was saying, if you have to add it manually, just do it. All right. Headline, you can say, for example, new construction in Folsom, the status banner, even though the status dropdown might say just listed, or it could be active or open house. Maybe in the status banner, I do construction. So I can put new construction in the status banner, put in the address, right? Whatever your basic features are, property description. On the next page, do save and add photos, just add your photos. All right. Get all that in there. The one thing I'll say about photos, and I'm trying to get better at saying this in all of our calls, make sure, in fact, I'll show you here. I've got essentially a new construction listing right here. Always make sure, and this is for new construction, is true for everything. Go edit photos and make sure you got the best 5 photos first. Don't do front of the house, front of the house, front of the house, kitchen. All right. Because then your listing flyers, the Facebook ads, the social media posts, the YouTube videos, right? Everything, right? It shows photos in order. And it's a much better experience for people if they can see the top 5 photos. So it might be front of the house, kitchen, living room, maybe. So for new construction, if it's a development, it might be amenity 1, like the pool area, amenity 2, the gym. So don't save the pool and the gym for photos 45 and 46. It's annoying, and you're going to lose a lot of people because they're going to go click like to 10, 11, 12, 13 photos, and they're just going to forget it. I guess it doesn't have a pool or a gym, or they're just hiding it and it's annoying. Does that make sense? So always, you just drag and drop, just put it, boom, bada bing. How long should a video be? A property video can be however long you want it to be, but a video for an ad should be very short. And I'll talk about that in a little bit here. All right, so let's go back to the main listing page. So first, we're going to market a new construction unit. So this could be a new construction home, a new construction condo, townhome, whatever. All right. So we're going to essentially just add it to our listings to leads account like any other listing. And I've already got one set up here. So it's 4704 Gold Lane. And I'm just going to click market listing like anything else. I click Facebook and Instagram ads. Now there's something very special in Latoya. Pay attention. If you forget, I've actually got a video. We are recording this, but let me show you an ad that I just did, because this is especially for new construction. There's nobody else that has this. I don't think I've ever heard of this from anybody, from any other vendor. And I want you to see right here. So check out this ad. Check out how this ad works. For new construction, it's amazing. Latoya, you're going to love it. So I got this ad, new construction for sale in Granite Bay. Click below. Got an image. I can use a custom image. I can do a video. This could be a video right here. I click it. Check this out. Would you like me to send you current builder incentives or specials? Oh, yeah. Of course, they're going to say yes to that. That right there is going to increase your engagement from these ads 2 to 3x minimum. 2 to 3x minimum, because anyone that says yes to the builder incentives, they're going to want to hear from you. And I'm going to be calling you up first, because let's just keep going and we'll speak more to it. And these are all customizable. Would you like a list of price reduced homes for sale? Duh, of course I would. What is your time frame to buy? I'll just say, what I could just say, just dreaming, whatever. Continue, name, email, phone number, continue, submit, and it's going to take me to the single property website where I can have video, I can have a 3D tour, the professional photos. So this was a new construction from another client, right? So if you got videos like this is where you put the video. I don't want that. If this video is in the ad, nobody's going to click the ad because they're just going to watch the video on Facebook. So I want the video right here, not in the ad. Now, you can use video in the ad, but it would be more of a soup, like maybe 15 seconds of, it could be, hey, if you're looking for new construction in Granite Bay, we've got beautiful 4 to 5 bedroom homes with 3 to 4 bath, 2,500 to 4,000 square feet, ranging between $800 and $1.2 million. Please click learn more to get all the information and builder incentives and down payment specials that we've got. That's the kind of video sharing that you would want to do, not this video in the ad. Does that make sense? Is that clear? Do you understand why? Otherwise, people are just going to watch the video and they're not going to be incentivized to click. So that ad, how hot was that ad? Those questions are going to absolutely, and just listed, down payment assistance. The seller ads have seller geared questions. So let me show you how to do that. It's so easy, so simple. So it's going to autofill location. I would just leave it as it is. We got the special housing ad category, radius 15 miles already baked in. You don't need to change any of this. I would just up the budget to whatever I want. Average for listings was $3 a lead last week. Open house was $4. Pending just sold was $8 to $10. So if I'm doing new construction like this, I could probably expect in most areas $3 to $5. All right. Now, for some reason, Texas is always a little bit more. If you're in a more of an urban area, it could be a little bit more. But yeah, system-wide average for sale properties, $3.04. Amazing. All right. So we just bumped up the budget. That's all we've done so far. I can change the template. So for example, if I want to add you see how I got 0 down and down payment assistance options available right here in the image, and it says new construction in Granite Bay. So that's customizable. If I click the little edit icon, and let me do that one more time. Let me back up because I know some of you are blinking and you're like, wait, how did he get there? So when I'm in the work area, just click change template, and that's going to pop up. Now we've got different templates right below the main one that you can toggle between, all sorts of ones. I like the one with the image on top the best. All right. So I like that one the best. And then, but maybe I want to change the text because again, new construction. So I click edit. In the top left, there's a little edit icon. And now I can edit any of this stuff. So I might say buyer incentives and closing cost credits available. Boom. All right. Boom. Now I got buyer incentives and closing cost credit. And that could be really good for new construction because in new construction, a lot of times there are incentives or different things like that. And so to somebody's point that mentioned a little bit ago, always find out, call the developer, call the builder, call the salesperson, call LaToya if you're in North Carolina, and just ask her, hey, LaToya, what incentives do you have going on? Any design center, any closing costs, any buy downs, any whatever? What have you got? Because I want to make sure I can convey this and market that to my buyers to get them excited about coming over here. All right. So once I got the image the way I want it, and I'll show you the video here as well. So there's my image now, right? New construction. zero down and down payment assistance options available, right? Or however you want that to read. Now, if you want a video, change image video. So if I want to upload a Canva image or a video, and I can just upload the video. So I've actually got some videos, and let's see here. Give it a second. There we go. It'll take a few seconds for the video to upload. But video works great. I'm telling you, video is awesome. You don't have to be Brad Pitt or whatever. Video works great. What it is, as long as you got a good delivery. The first time you do a video, you may not be that crazy about it. Practice with your reels, practice with your TikToks, get comfortable doing just free video, promote the new construction on TikTok as a post until you get a little bit more comfortable. And then once you start getting better with doing video, if that's the route you want to go, then you can just literally almost essentially just throw a TikTok video where you're talking about that new construction, use the editor, right? Just cut out a little bit of it that's not appropriate for the ad version of it. And now look at this. See, this is almost perfect because, oh, give me a second here. So what's cool about that is, I wish I could turn that up. Why is it still going? All right, perfect. All right. So if you're going to do a video where you're in front, teasing it a little bit, right? The same kind of a script I used a little bit earlier, and then you walk to the front door. That would be a perfect video for any kind of listing. It could be new construction, it could be your listing. But let's go back to that property. All right, we're going to go back to that same listing because now I want to show you how to customize those questions, right? Remember in the ad, I showed you the ad and there was 3 questions. It was, would you like builder incentives? Would you like price reduced homes? And what is your time frame to buy? Remember that? Everybody give me a quick yes. Let me know that we're still good to go. I see Latoya says I'm frozen. Am I still frozen? Yeah, what's up with all the issues today? Normally it's pretty chill on the technical issues. All right. Are we good? Am I still, sometimes when I'm running video, it can freeze a little bit because it's doing a live webinar. Now it's processing video. So that might've been the issue. If anybody saw a little freeze going on there. All right. Now let me show you. So you can see how easy it is just to do an ad, right? That's so easy. Again, location, budget. Again, I'm going to do $10 a day minimum. So like 70 for 7 days. All right. Again, template, add video. You saw that. But now pay attention. Asking good questions will, again, 2 to 3 extra follow-up, like I showed you earlier. So to change the questions, all right, go to advanced options right here and click the green button, create new form. And we're there. We're right here, questions. Open it up and you got name, email, and phone number. Okay, that's there. Don't touch that. We want that. And then as I scroll down, I can rearrange, turn on and off. You can submit other questions that you want us to add. So we've got, what is your time frame to buy? Turned on automatically. Would you like my free ultimate guide to buying a home? That's default turned on. Now, if you leave it on and somebody says yes, we send it to them automatically. But I'm going to turn that off because I'm doing new construction and I want, now you can do whatever you want. For example, I had, would you like a list of price reduced homes for sale? Have you been pre-approved? See if you qualify for 0 down. Would you like to be notified first when similar listings hit the market? There's a lot of great questions, right? You can go through here and take a look at them. But for new construction, would you like me to send you current builder incentives or specials? To me, that's just, you got to have that one. All right. And then do you have a home to sell? I'm going to turn that one off because you only want to have, in addition to name, email, and phone number, 3 other questions on that first part. And I can see now I got, what is your time frame to buy? Would you like a list of price reduced? I'm going to move that up. Notice I can drag and drop. And there's a reason I'm doing this, because I want to put the most exciting question first. So now when they click on my ad, the first question they're going to see and answer will be, you can see it right here. Would you like me to send you current builder incentives or specials? I mean, of course they are. Everyone's going to say, yeah. Who's going to say no to that one? So right there, I'm going to get like probably an 80%. There's always some weirdos, but that's going to be huge. Would you like a list of price reduced homes? Probably 50% will say yes to that one. Not everybody, but enough, a lot of them will. And then what is your time frame to buy? So what I want to do with these questions is I want to get them excited for the follow-up. Okay. And I put them in this order because now if I would have said, what is your time frame to buy first? They would have just been like, whatever. But now I got them thinking, ooh, incentives, price reduced. Now they're getting a little bit more excited. They're thinking, man, maybe I want to buy in the next 3 to 6 months. And in your follow-up, now my follow-up, before I send this list to them, right now, you're gonna have to send them the list of your builder incentives. I would have that prepared ahead of time. And or in my follow-up, I would just say, hey, I saw that your time frame was 3 to 6 months, and I'm going to get the list of builder incentives and specials over to you, but I just need to first find, are you pre-approved yet? Just to ask for something to where I've got the information that they want, and I'm just going to qualify with a question before I send it. Now, if you just want to send it, right away without, and then maybe that's what gets them to engage with you. There's a lot of ways of doing this. Just have a process for how you're going to do it. Make sense? Are we good? And you see and then so once I get my 3 questions here, right? Once I get 3 questions, then just click the green create form, go ahead and close advanced options and create ad. Should we focus on specific builder or multiple builders? The answer is both yes and no. It just depends on how you want to do it. So for example, if it was just multiple builders, I'll show you that one next. Okay. Now we did a Facebook ad, and that'll go Facebook and Instagram. We've got all the other tools. So I'm not going to go through these in great detail just because we have other things to go through, but this would just be like a regular listing where I can post it to my social media. There's no seller in this case, right? Unless you are the builder and then you got a database of prospects, but there's an e-flyer for your database. So I would send this out and I might edit it before I send it. So I might click, for example, edit email. And I might change this to say new construction for sale in Granite Bay. And I could just say, if I wanted to, builder incentives and down payments options available and soon. So act now, like that. And that way it's just a little bit better geared for new construction. And then I can send it again through listings to leads, or I can send it through my CRM, however I want. What's beautiful is that, look at that beautiful, like a little slideshow. It's going to link right to the property website. For anyone that owns a home, right? They can get a home value right there. So that's great, right? The listing will have a property website like every other listing. So as soon as I add that to my account, you may not have a video, you may not have a 3D tour, no problem. But you'll still get a single property website and virtual tour. All right. And you can see here, I did my property description. Welcome to a brand new luxury residence in the Hillcrest community, offering bright open layout, blah, 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 blah. And if I wanted to add in here, again, down payment assistance and builder incentives, I could have done that right there too. All right. So that's running it like a specific unit. Now I'm going to go to landing pages. And every one of you has this landing page called new construction. Yours will look a little bit different than mine because I've tricked mine out. And you can see here, I've got on the left-hand side, 3.99% special financing if signed by March 30th. And I got a countdown clock counting down. And then on the right, it says new construction homes at El Dorado. Or that could have said just new construction homes in Northern California or new construction homes in Placer County. So to Lisa's point, this landing page right here, I can do whatever I want with it. So I could do specific, or I could just do new construction in general in my area. Make sense? So now you can create unlimited landing pages, and I'll show you again. So here's the one for new construction. So you can see the one from my account right here. It's right on that new listings2leads.com/new construction. All right. And these links are all right there. Here's another one, right? Again, these incentives end soon. Over on the right, $9,000 in incentives at Park Condos. We've got another one, just a little pan and zoom video of a new construction. So here you can say new construction homes at Oak Reserve. Get more information on these amazing incentives, up to $2,500 in closing credits, 10,000 upgrade credits, homes starting at $450. Again, another countdown clock. I love the countdown clock for new construction because typically there's always going to be some sort of incentive or what have you that has a time, has a date, expiration date. And so using the countdown clock can be phenomenal because it creates a little bit of FOMO. All right. Lisa, is this answering your question? LaToya, are you still good with me? And this is just another example, right? So we got an image and then we have a little video. This could be a video of you. Like literally, this could be a video. And you can also put a video on the success page. So when I click through here, and I can control the lead form, and I'll show you that in a minute. The autoresponder is customizable. And then here, I just took people right to the website where all the new constructions are at Toll Brothers in this case. So I'm going to walk you through how to do that on the new construction landing page. And then I'm going to walk you through how to create a brand new one. So again, click landing pages right here. And then for new construction, it'll say new construction right there. There's three little options up here. Click edit. That's the one on the right. So click edit. And I'm just going to go through the basic. It's so easy. We're going to just go work our way down the left-hand side. So we got background. So I can do I can change the image. We have a lot of stock images that you could use. You could upload your own custom. So if I go to stock and I do luxury home exterior, you're not going to do this because you're doing particular new constructions. So you're going to most likely upload a photo, right, of that development. But just to show you, and this could be video, right? I can select video and there could be use a video background, right? So for example, the new construction has a drone video. You'd probably blow their minds because most new constructions, they're not that great of marketers. They're hopefully good at building, but they're not all of them, right? LaToya, you're amazing, obviously, but a lot of builders are not the best marketers. And hey, throw up a drone, do a little easy video like this. Look at that. It looks awesome. Right? Just make sure it's on a nice day. Boom. So I'm gonna go back to image. All right. And I'm going to close it. Styles and color. So the button colors, the background color of what's behind here. All right. Easy. Fair enough. Easy. Custom page content. This is countdown counter. If I wanted to add a video, I could. And then there's a preview. So I can always see the preview. And again, under custom page content, if I want to do bullet points, and then you see how that's too light? Like there's no way anybody can read that. If I go back to background, enable background shadow. So I can shade the background. So if I'm going to use text like that, and I just close when I'm not using it. Again, video default, but I like the countdown counter the best. And again, relating it to some sort of incentive or special or whatever. Next up, lead form text. So this is, what do I have? For example, right here where it says new construction homes at El Dorado. That's the title text right here on the left-hand side. I know I'm here. Hold on one second. Give me a second. Because I know I'm a little bit covering myself or covering what I'm showing you. So give me just a quick second here. Ooh, that's way worse. Wait a second. Wait a second. I'm going to fix it. Nope. Goodness. I'll tell you what, let's just get me out of there altogether for a moment. I don't need to be in there. If I have an unbranded Flipbook, I could take them to the Flipbook with model. Robin, hold that thought for a few minutes. All right. Hold that thought for a few minutes. Let me just get through this. Description text. All right. So that's going to be right, what's under here. So learn more about the new homes. Then it says get the free information. So that's in the button, right? Subline text. That's on the button. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's just right here. Get the free information. Now, for the text on the countdown counter, I should have shown you that when I had it. Again, under custom page content, it's just right here where it says headline. So I chose the counter. I put 3.99% special financing if signed by March 30th, right where I've got it highlighted. And then if I got the little scroller right here, the end date and time. So I can say end this on March 31st at 4 p.m. Boom. And now that countdown will change from 4 weeks and 4 days to 4 weeks and 5 days. And then the last thing are going to be the form fields. So this is, what information am I collecting? Always, if you're going to collect phone for a buyer leads, I would probably leave it optional. Now, that's a beautiful thing about doing a Facebook lead ad is phone's going to just come through because it pre-fills whatever they use on Facebook. So it's awesome. Using a phone number in a lead form can be more dicey. And although if, for example, I'm doing 3.99 like that, and it says name, email, and notice how in mine it says phone, get incentives texted to you. So check this out. Yeah, Lisa. Yeah, I think that's true in a lot more places nowadays. And it didn't used to be true necessarily, but so check this out. So I got name required, email, I put it as required, and then phone. And in the phone field, I put phone, parentheses, get incentives texted to you. I did that because I want to make it optional for the phone, so I put in get incentives texted to you to give them more of an impetus to both give me a phone and give me the right one. But again, I'm just showing you how to do it. You can also do Facebook registration. That can be fine, right? They're going to click that and you'll just get name and email. And then if you got phone here, then the next part will be the phone number. 6 of one, half a dozen of another. There's no one better way. Some people love one way. Some people love another way. I'm just showing you how to do it. Then we're going to spend just a few more minutes here. Now there's more to it, but what I'm sharing with you will get you 90% of the way there. But I'm just going to let it save. Oh, I don't know why I didn't need to save anything. Just going to take a second. There we go. Notice there's page 1, 2, and no, there's not a page 2 on this particular one. But again, success page. I can open this up. Check this out. Choose content type. And again, I can add a video here if I wanted to. So if I wanted to go to YouTube, for example, and grab a video, I'm just going to do it right now real quick. Hold on one second. I'm just going to take this video just to show you. And so this is great, for example, where you do a video, Latoya, Sherry, others, could be anybody. Thank you for requesting thank you for requesting the list of new construction homes in Hillcrest. And I will also be sending you the builder incentives and things like that. Please make sure that your phone number was correct. If not, please respond to the email that you'll be getting so that I can get those over to you via text as quickly as possible. If you'd like to schedule a showing, go ahead and click the Calendly link in the email that you're going to be getting, or you can click over to the right, whatever you want it like that. And that could be a great video to put here instead of what I've got. All right. I just do a video so you can see that a video can be here. And I would do autoplay preview. That way it's just going to play right away. All right. So far, so good. To be clear, did you jump from a specific listing over to new construction landing page? Yes, I did. Yes, that's exactly right. So I marketed like a new construction unit, the same as a listing, right? Just the same as a listing. Now I'm not focusing on nearby homeowner letter, email to the sellers, sign writer, right? Things like that. I'm mostly focused on 3 things: the ad, right? The paid ad where we customize those questions, the post, social media posting. I'm still going to do that. And the e-flyer to my database, right? I want to send the e-flyer to my database. So those are the things I'm focusing on related to being a listing. I then came over to the landing page section and new construction. And I just walked through how to customize that either for a particular development and or just new construction in general. Okay. Now, 2 more things I didn't show you, but I should. I'm going to go back to edit. And if I go to advanced options, so there's a green, we went through the image, the text, everything on the landing page. If I go to advanced options here, autoresponder, I can upload an attachment. I can add links, right? Check out your autoresponder. You got my tags and stuff under preferences. I can add chat codes, my pixel, right? Whatever. My social media share image. So I can upload a custom one. I can edit this very similar to what you do for like what we had in the listing. So I can change the image. We got different templates, right? All this. And then again, I can even upload a custom image altogether if I want. And then, so how to build the landing page, the autoresponder, right? And tags I showed you. And then marketing, it's going to be very similar to everything else. All right. It's going to be very similar. So again, we got the Facebook ad. The only difference is going to be you got to add location because it's not a listing where we've got to, and again, the text is all editable. The image is completely editable. $10 a day minimum for the budget. Change template, add a video, change the template, add a custom image. And then just like before, advanced options, because I want to change those questions. Advanced options, create new form. Yes, Robin, and I'm gonna breeze through that right in about 60 seconds. I'm gonna be showing that. So advanced options, create new form, and then right here, form questions. So just like before, name, email, and phone number, I'm gonna leave it alone. What's your time frame to buy? I'm gonna leave that one. Would you like my ultimate guide to buying a home? Nope, I'm gonna turn it off because this is new construction. But it's up to you. So I'm gonna add, would you like a list of price reduced homes for sale? Because I know people love that one. And this would be great for new construction. See if you qualify for 0 down or down payment assistance. That would be great. Would you like to be notified when similar homes hit the market? That could be great. Any of these could be great, but would you like me to send you current builder incentives and specials? Is just the most great. And then because now I got 4 turned on top of name, email, and phone number, that's 1 too many. So I'm just going to turn off this one. All right. Having 4 questions on top of name, email, and phone number is just too much. People start getting annoyed. 3 is perfect. 3, I've not seen any increase in cost per lead, but at 4, you start to. And I'm just, again, dragging and dropping. So I want the order of my questions to be, would you like me to send you current builder incentives? Would you like a list of price reduced homes? What's your time frame to buy? They're going to say, answer those. On the next page, it'll be name, email, and phone number. And we're beautiful. Again, click the button, click advanced options, and create ad. Easy. You're not going to break anything. Worst case scenario, ask support to check it for you. Get into the mastermind, ask us to check it for you. Right? Easy. All right. Now, Robin said, and this is just like you saw, right? Again, listings2leads.com/new construction. You're going to see I've got 4 right there, and I got a lot more than that. So I can create unlimited landing pages for new construction. Here's what you're going to do. Create landing page, add new landing page. So I got my FSBO, I got iBuyer, I got expired, I got whatever. We're just going to go custom landing page buyer. And I'm going to say, reserves and Carlsbad. Just trying to pick something I haven't done before. All right. So it's going to put us right in the editor. I'm going to click open editor. And remember, we just worked down the left-hand side like before. So I'm going to go open up background, upload the image. All right. I'm just going to make it up. And this could be a video. It could be an image, right? Whatever. Styles and color. If I want to, now this should normally be your branding, but just to show you. All right. Custom page content. All right. Again, I know it's new construction. I know I'm going to be doing a like builder incentives. So I'm going to say, hurry, builder incentives, and soon, or March 30th or whatever. And then I got the calendar so I can check, preview. All right. So far, so good. I can always go back and change these colors if I decide, I don't love them, but all right. Next up is form fields. And I'm going to go new construction at Oak Reserves and Carlsbad. Click below for builder incentives on these. Of course, you're going to do better than this, right? Of course you are. I'm just showing you how it works. Save. This will be in the mastermind group. So make sure you get to the Facebook mastermind group. It's on our YouTube channel. So it's not like in the account per se, but yeah, it's available for everybody. Sure. 100%. And I didn't put the capital in, of course. I'm not too smart sometimes. And then I would go. So once I'm good with all of this, right? You got the background. I do the styles and color, custom page content, form fields, right? There's more thing I can go page step 2, step success. There's more things you can do, but then I would want to make sure I go to, hold on one second. Let me close that. So advanced options and right. Autoresponder, double check, make sure my autoresponder is good. If I'm sending leads to my CRM, make sure I got my tags are good to go. Right. The social media share image, right? Upload a custom one or edit this one, and then you're good to go. Then go to marketing tools, do your ad. Like I just showed you, you can do Google, you got the social media post, all right. And so on. All right. Are we good? That ended almost perfectly. Let me hang out for a few minutes. If anybody's got any questions, I don't mind. I don't mind hanging out at all. But again, make sure. And Robin, are you getting onto those expireds? I'm telling you, we're having such great success with people. I know you're getting involved with that. You're in Florida. You got the best weather. You should be out door knocking. Yeah, Robin, I want to see you do well in this. You're in a gorgeous area. All right. And I know you're with a great team. So yeah, like, ping me if you need any help on that. I want to see you rock. I want to see you putting 2 million a month into contract from expireds. Oh, so the Flipbook with, I don't really know. So I'll show here. Let me, it's not that what you asked me, and I'm trying to think on it for a second, but let me just tease you or anybody else. Notice this right here, your probate home. So I did off of the call we did last night, the complete marketing plan to get your home sold. But then it says here in the blue banner, the 100+ point home marketing plan to get your Northern California home in probate sold. And then I've adjusted my introduction to be appropriate for everything else and probate. But so Robin, is your question like, how can we use this Flipbook with new construction? Because I say, so for example, who here has an open house this weekend? If you've got an open house this weekend, you want to print this up. Let me get myself back in here because you can't see what I'm holding in my grubby little hands. There we go. So on my back, everybody can see me again. So if you have an open house, for example, new construction or whatever, you want a copy of your marketing plan from Listings to Leads there. It is phenomenal. And I cover this a lot more in the open house training that we do. And if you go to Listings to Lead House, you're going to see information there. Robin, yes, yeah, you could. So for example, you're going to have to add it. It's got to be status, either listing presentation, FSBO expired or canceled. So that's the only thing. So it's going to be, so if I go add listing manual, and if I go listing presentation, and if I leave all of this out, and then for the headline, maybe I do selling new construction in Folsom, California type of thing. Maybe here I put for street, instead of a beautiful home, I put new construction, Folsom, California. The zip code's not going to show anywhere, so that doesn't matter. But I'd say new construction, Folsom. And I could have put Northern California, whatever. All right. Hey, if these new constructions have to, right, maybe I do 3 to 4, 2 to 3, right? Beautiful new construction, Folsom, save and add photos, please enter. So I guess, yeah. So I'll just say, can I put 3+? No. All right. So it's got to be the 3. I think later, once I save it, I think you might be able to go back and make some edits that are not like what we just did. And so for here, then maybe here, I just put in, right, a few shots of, but there's only gonna be one photo on the cover anyways. But if you want it to be in the property website, so when people scan it or text it, right, I could add some other new construction, like if it's homes, there's like 3 or 4 styles of homes in that development. And then, so here's the landing page, the complete marketing plan to get new construction. Actually, so I see those commas. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to take out separate listing address. It's not really a listing address. I'm going to just take out the commas. In fact, I'm going to put a comma after Folsom right there. That way it'll make a lot more sense. Let me see. Can I do 3 to 4. No, I guess I can't. I could just put that in the description. Three to 4 bedrooms, 2 to 3 bath type of thing. Maybe in the kind of property detail area, I just put maybe either the lowest, highest values. Yeah, that looks a lot better. The complete marketing plan to get new construction Folsom, California homes, new construction homes. Yeah, new construction homes. All right. This is something I've never done before, so I'm just winging this a little bit. But new construction homes will make a lot more sense. Robin, does that help? You're marketing to sellers, Scott. Yeah, no, totally. But I think what Robin might have been thinking about is if I want to approach a builder or a developer, I'm assuming, Robin, is that what you're thinking? That you could have this flip book. Yeah, there we go. The complete marketing plan to get new construction homes. And I might want to put in, because again, I'm winging this right off the top of my head. Sold. Yeah. So if I put the word in after homes, that would make more sense. We'll get it at some point. 30, 40. Yeah. In the normal ads, we actually ask that question. Do you have a home to sell? And we see anywhere from, it depends if it's more of if it's more of a lower price point home, where it's more like first time home buyer, then you're going to get a lot less people saying they have a home to sell. But if you got a mid-level to upper level home, let me just show you. So for example, if I'm doing an ad, if I go to listings, so by default, buyer ads for listings will have, do you have a home to sell as default? So if I go to market listing and I go to ad, I'll just show you, because you know how to do the ad. You don't need to do anything. It's just going to be there. But let me just show you. So if I go to past ads right here, and let me just click view. Oh, you have a build. Yeah, Robin. No, yeah, this is not going to be really appropriate for that. I don't think. Play around with it if you want, but I don't think it's going to be what you're asking for. So right here. So what's your time frame to buy? Would you like my ultimate guide to buying a home? So these are the default. Do you have a home to sell? Boom. Now, again, if I was doing a lower price point home, I would probably take that question out, because unless it's downsizing, right? Like single story in Southwest Florida or whatever. Yeah. I will use that idea for new community that I want to market to. Yeah. I think for the builder, right? I think that would be awesome. And I'll show you. So for that probate one, I'll show you what I did if anybody is doing probate. So, it's like just tweaking your probate home, Northern California. And so I just did, instead of a beautiful home, I did your probate home. And then I put Northern, CA. I unchecked listing address with comma. And I put TBD here. And then for the property description, you know what I did is I used ChatGPT, and I came up with a generic property description geared towards probate sellers. So that way, when they get the flip book, all right, so they get the flip book, they get the PDF, they get the printed or mailed to them, and they're going through it, right? They're going through it, and they click the link, your probate home, Northern California. And now the presentation speaks to them a little bit more so than a standard type thing. Does that make sense? So for any of you that are looking at probate, we'll do some training on that. That just a few people have asked about probate. And so last night we finally got onto it a little bit more than normal. And I came up with this version of the listing presentation, because it is your marketing to the potential sellers, right? That you got a marketing plan and that you want to get it sold. But probate's a little bit different. So we want to make sure that we work our presentation to speak to those differences. Make sense? Last thing I'm going to do, and I should have done this earlier, our post. Hold on a second. put in the YouTube video link, which that's not what I want. What I want is this one. Give me 1 second. Boom. There we go. So I would love to have you put on yeah, there's a probate PDF already. Yeah, we got a probate PDF in the PDF section, but which is great. But at the same time, if I got someone that is probate, like I know they're like, and don't ask me how do you find probates. I'm not really big on that, but I do know, for example, lawyers. So if you got a lawyer that works with probates, that would be great. And yeah, hell, maybe share this Flipbook with a probate lawyer to say, hey, listen, if you got anybody that's thinking about selling their home, I've got a 100-point home marketing plan to help probate sellers in Northern California, because now it's just a little bit tricked out a little bit more. Yeah. Oh, does My Plus Leads have them? I didn't know that. I had no idea. Because I know they got expired, FISBO, and the Circle Prospecting, but I didn't know they had probate. Okay. I'll have to look into that. I had no idea. That would be awesome because yeah, now I can, it's just another twist on, again, we got the listing presentation standard, we got expired presentation, we got canceled, we got FISBO, and you can see here very easily, I can tweak it a little bit to be appropriate for some subsets like probate. Yeah. Yeah. I have a list of probates that I've purchased over the last 6 months. I'm going to create a custom audience with it. Can I find your video on Robin? What video? I don't have a video talking about probate, but the video for new construction will be in the mastermind group probably tomorrow. It usually takes about a few hours and it's afternoon where my team is, like 2:00 already or something, I think, 2:15. But yeah, Robin, just get into the mastermind group and just ask away. Just say, hey, show me how you did that probate listing presentation. Yeah, pre-foreclosures. And you can do the same thing right here. Oh, the one I did last night? Yeah, you know what? I do want to upload that. So yeah, thank you for commenting on that. I'll try to get that uploaded this afternoon. Definitely. Yeah, and you can do for the 100-point home marketing plan to get your for your Northern California pre-foreclosure home sold right there in the blue. Yeah. So it's great because that part in the blue is coming from the headline section. So if this was for a specific property, like a specific expired or specific in a listing presentation or a specific home with a seller and a street address, then you would not put anything in the headline. But when it is for more a general use case, then that's where the headline becomes awesome, because now if I leave the seller name, the seller email, and the seller phone empty, and I put in something in the headline, now the headline, right, that area will now be whatever is in the headline. Make sense? So that is where I can do like subset tweaking, pre-foreclosure, probate, right? Whatever, divorce, if I want to do that. Yeah. So anyways, oh, Lisa Jackson, hello. Good to see you. I don't think I saw you a little earlier. Yeah, I don't think My Plus Leads has probate. I don't know. That's a little bit more. Robin, where did you buy your list? I think that's a little bit more specialized. But again, that's where if you have relationships with lawyers, like probate lawyers, I would just find every probate lawyer in the area. And I might create this in my listings to leads account and then start sending it out, come up with a cover letter, right? When you're in our school platform here, for example, we got the expired letter, and maybe come up with a version for probate. Yeah. Yeah. And again, probates can be a little bit, expireds are what I would do first because it's just the lowest hanging fruit. But I think probate, I'm excited to do a little bit more with probate going forward and seeing, because I don't think there's a lot of people, probates, again, more specialized. There's not a ton of people going after them. And so if you can walk in there, similar to a listing presentation, similar to the expired, where you got literally the most unfair advantage in real estate. All right. When we have had clients, they show up, right? They order these from us. They get them in the hands of a expired homeowner, whether it's door knocking, mailing, texting, emailing them, but they get them in the hands of a expired homeowner. They've got come list to me calls. They've got listing agreements signed on the first day of contact. They have put over $1 million in the pipeline, all right, with multiple listings, like in the first week. What are the superlatives can I use? It's just, recently, a few people have told me that they got callbacks from the sellers, the expired sellers, where the seller said, "Hey, I was already talking to another agent, but I got your marketing plan. It looked really great. Can you come over and talk to me?" When they already had other agents quasi selected. No listing agreement signed, of course, but it's essentially where that seller was intending to go with a particular agent, and our agent got this in their hands. One of them was via text and one of them was via mail. And in both cases, it was where, in these examples, it was the seller reaching back out to them going, "Hey, you know what? I've already got another agent that I thought I was going to be going with, but I got your marketing plan. Thank you so much. It looks phenomenal. Can you come over and do a presentation for me? Or can you come over and talk to me?" Yeah. And I'm sure probate would probably even be more powerful. Yeah. Yeah, Mark, exactly right. It's a compelling presentation. It's hyper compelling. How's that? So anyways, all right, listen, everybody, it's like we're getting a little bit late. I know we all got things to do. The weekend is coming up. It's almost Friday. So take that for what it is. If anybody's got an open house, make sure you got your open house stuff dialed in. All right. listings2leads.com/open house. It's one of the best ways to get business, to get listings, to get buyers, is doing the open houses via our training. So let me know in the mastermind group if you have any questions on that. Have a great day. Thank you, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.